So let's move on now.
There you go.
Victor, to
Your turn.
Showpad partners with 3Kit to improve buyer experience through enhanced 3D visualization and augmented reality. This is over at
By the way, I can tell you get excited about this subject because your voice goes up a couple of notches.
This is over at martechseries.com. And I do get excited because this has got to be the future of B2B sales. And my background is physical products. And it's difficult for me to picture how physical products, so in a surgeon's got to feel in their hands, they've got to use it on a patient, translates into this clearly, especially when you're dealing with surgeons in hospitals. You can't have salespeople going back and forth and just traipsing COVID everywhere, or potentially traipsing COVID everywhere. So this is like close to my heart because this is the world that I would, if I was still working in a B2B sales job as an individual contributor, this is what I'd be physically doing. So Showpad and 3Kit have partnered to bring enhanced 3D visualization and augmented reality to Showpad's platform. So I've been through the 3Kit website, and it is basically I assume it's like really photorealistic 3D renders of different products. On the homepage, it's more like couches or wedding rings or whatever it is. And you can one-click change colors, change size, change whatever the variables are. And then you can picture it in your own house, business, office, whatever it is. And clearly, this is going to become more and more important. Is there anything? Am I overemphasizing this? I guess that's the better question. Or am I?
No,
do you feel like I'm on the right track?
No, I think you're on the right track. I mean, we're still some time away from it. Look, ever since I saw, have you ever seen the Tupac Shakur hologram with Snoop Dogg at Coachella? Ever since I saw that, I'm going, okay, there's the future. Star Wars people had it right. The little holograms that pop up. And ever since I saw that, I said, this is just a matter of time. And so think about this for a second. Well, think about this for a second. That people will no longer die, so to speak. Even if they leave this physical world, the fact that we'll be able to, I was talking to Michael Solomon, who we'll get to later, about the movie Polar Express with Tom Hanks.
Yep.
That people were repulsed because how realistic it looked to Tom Hanks. There was like this repulsion, like, oh, that's kind of scary because it was too much like Tom Hanks. And so I think we're going to get used to this. But imagine a world. It's like the guy that starts a movie, Imagine a World, right? Where, they're so realistic that tomorrow you could take your favorite. Who's your favorite, like, I don't know, your musician, guitar player, drummer? Who's your favorite?
It's one of those questions, Victor. I really like the Arctic Monkeys. They're one of my favorite bands. I've got an affiliation with them.
All right. Imagine them passing away, unfortunately, right? But still being able to bring them back in such 3D live scenarios and be able to script, you want them to play a specific song, they'll be able to play a specific song. I mean, this is where it's going to go to eventually. Will we see it? Well, I don't know. But I think before we leave this planet, we might see something close to it.
We're going to see it in the next 5 years. There will be either a product that you have on your desk that creates some kind of 3D hologram, or I don't know if you've seen it. We've not got it in the notes this week, but there's increasing rumors and supply chain rumors with Apple and their augmented reality glasses. So as soon as Apple release a product like this, it's going to become ubiquitous. Everyone's going to have it. And eventually it'll trickle down. Brands will copy it. Platforms will. Maybe Apple's kind of closed with the source and how they put things in. They'll have its own app store, I'm sure. But other brands will come together and create a more open way of doing this. And as soon as you can, clearly it's going to be easy to project an image on your glasses, use head tracking to make it look like they're actually in the room, as opposed to have a physical light source hologram, which is what the Tupac one was, right? That you're all looking at. As soon as you can do that, this becomes real. Now, the only thing is you've not got the haptic element of this, so you can't really touch things, you can't pick things up. But there's plenty of developments going on there as well with gloves that will, a lot of this is going on in the video game industry, computer game industry, where you'll wear either gloves or a pack, a vest that when you get shot, it'll essentially poke you and ping you to make things more real. So all of this is coming in the next 10 years. Just even playing computer games is going to be insane. It's going to be a completely different experience to what it has in the past. And games just drive so many billions and billions of dollars of revenue that eventually that'll trickle down into our little bubble of B2B sales as well.
By the way, imagine taking that, because I think that's really the future, is that taking that type of technology and putting it into a sales training platform, a virtual training platform, where you can do role play with actual people virtually and have real responses driven by AI. That's going to be fantastic.
Well, eventually we're just going to be at the Matrix, aren't we? You're just gonna log in, and there's going to be a Keanu Reeves of, oh, I know Kung Fu kind of moment. That's coming, Victor.
That's right. That's right. They're going to plug something into your head. All right. Anything else on that one?
No, just one kind of, I'll just quote from the end of the article here. Companies with highly complex, highly customizable, or simply extensive product portfolios to sell, such as those offering in life sciences and medical devices, customer products, home furnishings, and all this kind of stuff. They find it difficult to share, educate, and engage buyers on all possible product options and permutations. That's what we've covered here. Being able to, rather than, if you're buying, again, office furniture, maybe you want to see what it looks like in your office using augmented reality glasses. Or I've got the new iPad. You can hold the iPad up and it uses, I can't remember the sensor now, a LiDAR sensor to kind of map the room, and you can put IKEA furniture and you can see it to scale, to size, without any programming. It just dumps the furniture in your room. You can move it around and you can walk around it and you can see how it looks. Clearly, that's the future, as opposed to ordering demos, samples, and getting things delivered, because that's a pain in the ass. We don't want to be doing that.
I love it. And this gets back to the do-it-yourself, right? That's what people want to do. I just want to do this myself before I involve any salesperson. So this, by the way, pushes the salesperson engagement even further down the sales cycle, if you think about it, right? Because you won't need the salesperson maybe till you get to the final point where you got just one or two questions, and then boom, you're ready to pull the trigger. So more technology to kick the salesperson out of the process. Way to go, Will, on that up note.